Good evening, everyone.
Good
Evening.
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 My name is Elaine Patricelli. Welcome back to my podcast. Today, in our talk show, we will be talking about the short movie Metamorphosis by Aitolkin Almanova, made in 2021. And I heard that you guys have watched it already and analyzed it.
Yeah.
I see, I see. So, to start up, can you give me a little bit of background, like the exposition, the settings, the character, you know, to give me a little bit of some context of what's going on in this movie?
Okay, so the story starts with a wolf-looking creature. It's a child, a wolf child, and we
Mhm.
can see that um it seems to be collecting stones from the ground of a park. And then not long after we can see the figure of a wolf mother that approaches the wolf child. Um And then there was some like background characters. We can see like it's another animal children, and then the mother tried to tell the wolf child to go socialize with the others. Um, but the wolf child didn't want to, and the wolf mother took his bucket of stones, which he has been collecting before, and he was upset and he started crying very loudly, and the others around him and the wolf mother started staring. It was a very awkward situation, and they decided to go home afterwards.
I see, I see. So what happened after they went home? Did they time jump to some other day or some other time? What happened?
Um, it it leads to another time jump, which it was another scene, which was their home. And then it explains they were eating dinner together with the mother's father. We can tell the wolf child's grandfather. And then we can see that the wolf child has like problems when holding his spoon when eating, and the wolf's grandfather he has like the ick when watching him eating because a normal child should have eat properly normally, but this wolf child acted like a toddler, and the mother tried to defend the child, of course, but the child already got upset and he ran away to his room.
I see. So he has some troubles with his development and stuff.
Yes.
Okay. Did they show what happened? What happened in his room or something? Did he fall asleep? Did anything else happen?
Okay. So later on, when the wolf child was asleep, the mother went into his room and checked on him because when he went to his room, he wasn't uh he was it was because he was upset. So the mother checked on him, and then later it was revealed that the wolf child was actually a human.
Oh, so he was just wearing some kind of mask, I'm assuming?
Yeah.
Mm, I see, I see. All right, so I'm guessing that it time jumps some other time, correct? Can you explain a little bit more of that? Anybody?
Well, for me personally, after watching it, I feel like the reveal of the mask is to show his true identity to the viewers, so that we understand that he has this different trait with others from the other animals.
I see.
So it really didn't affect much to the child. So after his mask was taken off, we get to know that this animal or this wolf was indeed or in fact a human.
Mm. So he stands out and he's different from the norm to symbolize that. I see, I see. So what happened after that? The next day, perhaps?
So what happened, it started in the morning. He was going on a walk with her mother, and during that walk, he and his mother walked on a pavement, and in that pavement, he witnessed multiple sounds, multiple distractions. There are
Mm-hmm.
distant chatters, sounds of food being eaten, car honks, and sounds of car engines that led him to be overstimulated. And that
Mm-hmm.
overstimulation made him felt uncontrolled, especially that he can't control his own mind and how his body works. And eventually, he went running away from his mother. In the end, he
Really?
also ran, yeah, he ran into a hidden or some sort of forest. And in while running away, he tripped on a root and fell into a deep and dark pit, losing his mask.
Whoa, that escalated really quickly. Um, what happened after that? Like, did he stay in that pit for the rest of his life, brought to death?
No. Later, uh, an adult found him and invited the others who were also searching to see, including his mother. She knelt down and they embraced each other in a hug while crying, despite everybody
Mm,
watching. And
that's
then they made it
crazy.
home safely.
I see, I see. So, is that the end of the movie? Does that end there after they reunite?
No. Later on, it shows another scene that shows the human collecting rocks in the backyard of their house, and then another animal who seemed to be the mother's friend was invited into their home. Beside that friend was her daughter, who then approached the child and revealed that she is also hiding behind an animal mask. The story
Mm,
ended with her handing him a stone, and let's just say they became good friends afterwards.
I see, I see, I see. So, from what I know, from like what I've read before, Um, this actually kind of reminds me of a specific disorder, autism spectrum disorder, as if as like, well, yeah, people with autism, like autistic individuals, may have differences with how their brain processes sensory information. So it kind of like explains how he might have gotten overwhelmed and overstimulated when he heard those bustling voices outside and triggered his impulse control for him to run to the forest. What do you think?
Um, I agree on that. And maybe the reason they wore the masks, both the wolf child and the other child at the end of the story, is maybe how they resemble to hide their differences, and they didn't want to be judged by others in the public, and that's why they chose to close themselves up with a mask. And yeah, I think it's really best if we don't really judge people by its cover.
I see, I see. So we can, in a way, that's the moral of the story.
Yes.
I see, I see. It's really interesting how like masking, like masking in context of autism, the conscious or unconscious suppression of autistic traits to fit in the norm. They
Hmm.
actually, I noticed how um in the movie they represent it as an actual mask. I find that really cool.
Yeah, I agree too, because other than that, it really explains deep meaning behind it.
I see, I see. So what are your thoughts about this movie in general?
So, in my opinion, after watching the movie, I feel that it gives a great depiction to the world of autism, So it helps us understand as people who don't see autism normally to understand how they feel whenever they interact with certain things and how it can affect their disorder. Other than that, it helps us to learn how to create a very welcoming environment for people who have this disorder or this autism behavior so that we can take care of them and we can build a great relationship, especially in helping them find communities that can grow and can help them to deal with this behavior in a certain manner.
I see. That's a great perspective. The movie as a representation of each autistic individual. I really like that concept. Anyways, so I think we can all agree that the exposition was the little boy, this little child in the park collecting stones, as that's like the first scene of the movie. It introduces the two main characters, the boy and the mother.
Yeah.
When do you think that the rising action starts?
I think the rising action starts at when his mother took his bucket of stones. We can see that there seems to be a problem that we can see.
Mm,
Because at first we can see it's why is it weird? Why do you cry over a bucket of stones? And then we can see that the grandfather has like an ick to the wolf child when eating dinner because we can see the um messed up dinner table with all the food scattered around it. And
mm,
um yeah, we can see the last scene, which is when the wolf child ran to his room and when he took off his mask.
mm. I see, I see. The actions that shows that he's not really like other children.
Yeah.
And I think it's also pretty obvious what the climax is, which is when he falls into the pit and yeah, just seems kind of helpless. Um, but I'm having some trouble pointing out the falling action. Could someone clarify that for me? Maybe a little bit of their opinion?
The falling action is when an adult found him and invited the others who were also searching, including his mother. When after that, she knelt down and then they embraced each other. I
Mm,
think it was pretty heartwarming, like for that scene, how the loving mother protects their child and loves them very deeply.
despite all the differences that they have. That's a really
Yeah.
sweet message. Okay. And lastly, the resolution. Who wants to give their thoughts?
The resolution, it started when the masked child or the wolf child was collecting rocks in the backyard of a house while he is unmasked. And then another animal who seemed to be the mother's friend was also invited into their home. And beside that friend, next to that friend was her daughter, who approached the child and revealed that she is also hiding behind an animal mask. And
Mm,
it ended again with her handing the stone to the used to be masked child. S- Yeah, that that's the resolution of the story.
yeah, I can see why that is. And I can see that I think the stone, like when the girl handed him the stone, that kind of represents how she feels and like, yeah, the same way as he did. Like she hands him the stone as a representation, as a symbol that she, you know, yeah, shares the same feeling. All right.
Yeah.
I think that's all. I've gained a lot of information from the three of you. Thank you very much for joining me in my podcast today. Uh, I look forward to seeing you guys again, maybe in future podcasts, talk shows, or any other films or media related things. I hope you have a nice
Yeah.
day. God bless you.
Bye
Thank you. Thank
Thank
bye.
you.
you.